Alrighty, any pains or injuries before we start? Okay. All right, good day, everyone. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com, and if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is open flow. It is a level 1, level 2. If you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, please make sure that you do modify or skip poses altogether. Always making good decisions about your movement practice so that you don't create any injuries or perpetuate any injuries. Now, if your lower back or if your hips are tight, you might want to elevate and sit up on some blocks or a blanket. That'll make it easier for you to find a lengthy, tall spine. All right, sitting up tall, palms face up. Fingers come to Jnana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. Grounding evenly through your seat, elongate through your spine. And let your inhales even out with your exhales. Whenever you're ready, Ujjayi breath, ocean's breathing. So with the lips touching and a slight restriction to the back of the throat, create the ha sound as you inhale and exhale. Three ohms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer on front of the heart. Pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs. Lifting the heart up toward the sky. Setting your intention for yoga practice. Devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification. Purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Bihyandraha, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes, palms face up, fingers come back to Jnana Mudra. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder. Right hand to the left side of the head, pulling gently to elongate. Chin toward the right shoulder. Release, back to center, drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. Chin toward the left shoulder. Release, back to center, drop left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction. Ear to one side, roll it back. Opposite side, roll the center. A few more rounds at your own pace. So beginning to bring movement to the top of the spine, movement to your neck and your shoulders. And then take one more giant circle, chin back toward the chest and pause. And then taking the opposite direction and moving just slowly. And one more giant circle, chin back toward the chest. And then lifting the chin parallel to the floor, neutral spine. Extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands supporting to either side of you, and turn your toes toward each other, and then roll them out. Draw in, roll out. Draw in. This time as you roll out, take outer rotations and circle the ankles. Right, moving your hip joints, knee joints, ankle joints. Back to center and switch them around, inner rotations. All right, back to center again. Cross your shins, but take the opposite shin on top, the other crossing of the legs. Inhale, arms up high and extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay twisting. Reach your right hand slightly further back and lean the torso slightly at an angle, and then twist on a different spot along the spine. And come back to vertical. Inhale, back to center, arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. So first, a vertical line in the twist. Maintain that twist. Reach your left hand slightly further back. Lean back a little bit as well, and twist at a different spot. Square back to center, arms up. Exhale, side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Keep the left extension. Reach your left hand toward the upper right hand corner of the room, and the left shoulder drops a little bit. So now you're getting more openness into your upper back through the outer shoulder blades on the left side. Take it back to stack. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bending to your left. So first you're stacking your shoulders, right? And the stretch is primarily to the side of the body. Now reach your right hand toward the upper left-hand corner of the room. Let the right shoulder descend a little bit. So now the right shoulder blade, upper back on the right side is getting that stretch. Take it back to stack, one over the other. Come all the way back up to vertical. Extend the legs forward, forward fold. You can grab your feet, ankles, or your shins. Find a lengthy spine, neutral spine, and hinge at the hips to draw forward. And start to release. Swing the legs back behind you, hands and knees. Let's take some cat-cows here. Separating your hands about shoulders width, middle fingers point forward, knees about hips width. Line up the shoulders over your wrists and the hips over your knees. I like to tuck the toes under for additional support. Inhale, draw the navel down, raise the tail, raise the back of the head. Exhale, round the spine, chin toward the chest, middle of the back, doming up toward the sky. Inhale, arch. This is your cow pose. Exhale, round, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral spine. Reach your right foot back, tuck the toes under, and then reach back through the heel. Get a nice stretch through the right calf. Release that action by shifting forward a little bit, and then reach your right heel back, and then extend the left arm forward in opposition. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your left hand. Grab the foot if you can, and then kick back, tiger pose. Then release your left hand back down, extend the right heel back. On the exhale, draw the right knee in toward the nose and round. Inhale, kick it back 3 times. Right knee in toward the nose and round. Inhale, kick back. One more. Right knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick back. Open up the hips and bend the right knee. Right knee to the outside of the right arm and touch. Kick it all the way back and around 3 times. Right knee to outside the right arm and touch. Kick it all the way back around. Right knee to outside the right arm. Kick it all the way back around. Stay there. Look past your left shoulder for the sole of the right foot behind you. Then square back, re-extend the right leg, and step the right foot out to the side, and standing up on the left knee, palms face up. Gate pose. Side bend over to the right. Take it back to center, side bend to your left. Take it back to center. Left hand behind you, right arm forward, and bend your right elbow. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Now stay twisting. Reach your left hand to the left heel and reach your right arm up and back behind you. So taking your gate pose along with your half variation of your Ustrasana, your camel pose. Take it all the way back up to center. Walk your hands forward. So setting up for the shape of hands and knees. You're going to take the left hand, one handprint wider, one handprint further forward. Inhale, raise your right elbow up. Exhale, thread it through 3 times. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread it through and stay here. Bend your left elbow, right shoulder, right cheek toward the floor as you twist. And release. Coming back to center, hands to the floor. Reach your right knee back. Coming back to your hands and knees. All right, reset hands and knees. 3 cat-cows again. Inhale, draw the navel down. Raise the tail, raise the back of the head. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Come back to your neutral spine. Reach your left foot back, tucking your toes under. And once you have your foot in place, reach back through your left heel, getting into the stretch of your left calf. Shift back forward slightly. Reach your left heel back in extension, and then reach your right arm forward in opposition. Then bend your left knee. Reach back with your right hand, grabbing the foot and kicking back. Now, for those of us who are not able to bind, right, you don't have the extension, then you want to stay here, reaching in opposition. All right, start to release. Right hand comes back down, left heel reaching back. On the exhale, draw the left knee in toward the nose and round. Inhale, kick back 3 times. Left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick back. Left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick back, open up the hips, bend the left knee. On the exhale, left knee to outside the left arm. Kick it all the way back and around. Left knee to outside the left arm. Kick it all the way back around. Left knee outside the left arm. Kick it back around. Stay there. Look past your right shoulder for the sole of the left foot. Re-extend. Reach your left foot out. Standing on top of the right knee. Gate pose. All right? Side bending to your left. Left arm to left leg, right arm overhead. So this is your gate pose, Parigasana. Take it back up. Right hand to the floor, left arm overhead, side bending to the right. Take it back up to center. Right hand back behind you, left arm forward, bend your left elbow. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Bianca, I think switch hands. Right hand behind you, right. You have the correct leg as your hand that is in the wrong place. Okay, right hand behind you. Left arm forward, bend your left elbow. Let's do that again. Left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, left elbow back. Exhale, twist. Inhale, left elbow back. Exhale, twist. Stay twisting. Right hand is behind you to the right heel. Left arm reaching up and back. Coming back up. Walk your hands forward to the shape of hands and knees. Then take your right hand, one handprint wider, one handprint further forward. On the inhale, lift the left elbow up. Exhale, twist, threading through 3 times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Stay there. Left shoulder, left cheek comes to the floor for your twist. Release, take it back up, left hand to the floor, left knee comes down, hands and knees, and then let's take down dog, lifting your knees, walking it out, side to side. All right, come back to stillness in your down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose, around the spine. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee to the outside of the right arm and touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist, touch your left arm. Inhale, kick it back up. Stepping your right foot forward, warrior one, arms up high and extend. Left hand catching your right wrist, so the palm is facing up to catch your right wrist. Extend and then side bending to your left. Take it back to center, switch hands, extend, side bending to the right. Back to center, wrap the hands back behind you, interlace your fingers, lift up and gaze upwards. Bow forward, devotional warrior, crown of the head to the inside of the foot. All the way back up, warrior one. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm up and back. Exhale, side angle. You can modify elbow to top of the knee or the right hand to the floor if you can touch down easily, left arm reaching up. Inhale, all the way back up, reverse. Triangle, lengthen out the right leg, right hand to the top of the shins to modify, or the hand to the floor, and the left arm reaching up. Inhale, all the way back up, reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, hands alongside the rib cage. 3 progressive cobras coming up a little higher every time. Inhale, lift up baby cobra. So your belly, lower ribs stay on the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down, so you're still hovering. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Belly, lower ribs away from the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms for Bhujangasana, Cobra, take it. Release all the way down. Child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. On the inhale, roll the torso up, standing on top of the shins. On the inhale, extend the arms out as you lift. On the exhale, lower almost all the way down, so you're still hovering. Inhale, lift, so using your quads. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower 2 more times, so you're still hovering, right? Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, stay here, suspended, right? So you're not sitting down, right? So you're still slightly elevated. You're just activating your quads here, holding. For 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Walk your hands forward. Down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee to the outside of the left arm and touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist, touch your right arm. Kick it back up. Stepping to left foot forward. Warrior one, arms up high. Right hand catching your left wrist, extend up. So remember, palm is facing up as you extend, and then side bending over to the right. Take it back to vertical, switch hands. Left palm facing up, catch your right wrist, side bending to your left. Take it back up to vertical. Wrap the hands back behind you, but when you interlace this time, take the opposite thumb on top. So this is your non-dominant interlacing of your hands. Broaden your shoulders, looking up as your ecstatic warrior. Bow forward for devotional warrior. Take it all the way up. Warrior one, releasing your arms. Open it up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior, left arm up and back. Exhale, side angle, left arm to top left leg or the hand to the floor. You can touch down easily. Right arm up. Inhale, all the way back up. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the left leg. Triangle, hand to top of the shin or to the floor. Right arm up. Inhale all the way back up, reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot, stepping back plank. Inhale one breath, exhale lower all the way down to your belly. So again, 3 progressive cobras, hands alongside the rib cage. Lift up, baby cobra, belly, lower ribs stay on the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher, belly, lower ribs away from the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms for cobra, take it. And all the way down, child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. Walk your hands in, and again, standing on top of the shins. All right, this time, you're going to lift up to vertical, arms alongside, so as if you're one strong board, okay? So without back bending, without forward bending around in the spine, keep everything straight. You're going to press the tops of the feet and lean the entire torso back, and then lift up to vertical 5 times. Lean back, lift up to vertical. Lean back, vertical. Lean back, vertical. This time, lean back and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back up. Lower your seat. Walk your hands forward. Down dog. Inhale. Right heel up. Exhale. Right knee in toward the nose. Kick it up. Open up the hips. Bend the right knee. Right knee outside of the right arm in touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist. Kick it back up. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior one. Hands together in prayer. Interlace. Press your palms forward. On the inhale, lengthen front leg. Reach up high. Bend the front knee. Press forward and add a twist to the right. Inhale. Square center. Lengthen. Reach up. Bend. Press forward and twist. Square center. Lengthen. Reach up. Bend, press forward, and twist. Stay twisting. Right hand behind you, half bind. Left arm, outer right knee, and twist. Inhale all the way back up and around. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Left palm face down and reach forward this time. You want, reach your left arm forward. Yeah, extended side angle. Inhale all the way back up. Reverse. Lengthen out the right leg. Extended triangle. Left palm face down. Reach forward. Inhale all the way back up. Reverse triangle. Half moon. Bend your right knee. Right hand forward about a foot. Loop off to right side. And tip forward to balance. Skandasana Squat. Bend your right knee. Step the left foot back. Keep your hands on the floor for support as you shift the weight back toward the left heel. The best of your abilities, try to keep the left heel down. If you cannot keep the left heel down and have to be on your toe tips, then keep your hands supporting. All right, so yeah, Priyanka, if that's tough for you, just bend the left knee and then support with your hands. Yeah. Now, if you can free up your hands, hands together in prayer. Start to take the hands back down to the floor. We're going to transition forward into revolved half moon. So bend your right knee, step the right foot down. Left hand reaching forward. So it's the opposite hand, left hand forward. Shift forward to stand on the right foot and the left hand. Reach your left heel back, right arm up to twist. Now, once you get to your revolved half moon, if you want to bind the right hand to your left foot, go ahead and take the bind. Begin to step it back, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Chaturanga dog down dog. Hands to the floor, right foot stepping back. Inhale one breath, exhale chaturanga. Inhale up dog. Exhale down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips and bend the left knee. Left knee outside of the left arm in touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist. Touch your right arm. Kick it back up. Step the left foot forward. Warrior one. Hands together in prayer. When you interlace your fingers, take the other thumb on top. So this is your non-dominant interlacing of your hands. Press your palms forward. Inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up high. Bend the front knee, press forward, and add a twist to your left. Square center, lengthen, reach up. Bend, press forward, and twist left. Square center, lengthen, reach up. Bend, press forward, and twist. Stay twisting. Left hand behind you. Right arm, outer left knee, and twisted side angle. Inhale all the way back up, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, modifying elbow to the knee on the hand to the floor. The right palm face down and reach forward, extended side angle. Inhale all the way back up, reverse. Extended triangle, left hand to top of the shin or to the floor. Right palm face down and reach forward. You want right arm reaching forward. Right arm, top arm, yeah. Take it all the way back up. Reverse triangle. Half moon, bend your left knee. Left hand forward about a foot, loop up to left side. Reach your right heel back, right arm up, stacking the right side over your left. You can always keep the gaze looking down to the floor to check your balance if you're shaky here. But if you're pretty balanced, pretty still here, you can look upwards toward the sky for the full expression of the pose. Skandasana Squat. So as you step the right foot back, you can take both hands to your floor for support and then start to transition to the back of the mat by bending your right knee, extending the left heel. All right, try to keep the right heel down if you can. If you have to stay on your toe tips, I highly recommend to keep the hands on the floor to stay more stable. If you can free up your hands, hands together in prayer. All right, let's break, hands back to the floor. When you transition forward, it is revolved half moon. So as you lift the seat, step the left foot down. Then reach your right hand forward about a foot from your toes, a little bit off to your right side, and then shift to balance. So it's the right hand, left foot down, right heel back, left arm up to twist. Once you steady your balance, if you want to bind. So Priyanka, switch hands. It's your right hand down. And then binding. Oh, did you switch legs? I think you switched legs. Yeah. Yeah. So because of that, you have to switch hands now again. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you switched legs. That's why everything went opposite. All right, there you go. Revolved half moon. So if you went to bind, take your bind. All right, start to break. Step the right foot all the way back. Inhale, come all the way back up. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot. Stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee outside of the right arm and touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist. Kick back up. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior one, arms up high. Reach your arms forward, right hand to your left shoulder, left hand to your right elbow, and then gently pulling the right arm back, stretching to the outer right shoulder. Then reach your right hand forward, up and back, and with your left hand, pull the right elbow back, leading into a back bend. Come back to vertical. Side bending over to your left. Back to center. Reach your left hand back behind you. Now, either left arm can go across your mid-back and stay there. Or, if you can reach your left hand toward the upper right shoulder blade, you can go for that. If you have even more flexibility and can take the bind of Gomukhasana, go ahead and make contact with your hands, with your fingers, and then lift up and back for your back bend again. Now notice how your left arm is in a rotation. We're going to do this next part called reconstruction of your joints, okay? So you're going to come back to a vertical line. If you have your bind, release your bind. Then take the left hand to a fist. Extend the left arm out, and then de-rotate your left arm by flipping the palm to face upwards. Then bend your left elbow. Release your left hand out of the fist. Reach your left arm up. Reach your right arm up. Arms alongside. Right? So we're taking this rotated position of your shoulder, extending out, elongating the muscles, de-rotating the joint by flipping the palm, flipping the fist, then bending the elbow in will release your elbow, and then releasing your hand, up, up, and all that releases all the rotation into the joints and the muscle fibers. All right, coming back to warrior one. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back plank. Take the left knee down, right heel comes down, side plank variation, right arm up. Now, if you want to take the regular side plank, you're going to stay in plank, roll to the outside of the left leg, reach your right arm up, and taking the full position of the side plank. Release your right hand back down, lower all the way down to the belly. Sphinx Pose. Walk your hands forward about a foot and lowering your forearms. Then grab opposite elbow, so that's about shoulder width, and then take the forearms back down. Then check that your shoulders roughly lines up over your elbows, so you have a vertical line, and that will give you 90 degrees with your arms. So in this pose, what you do not want is for the arms to be too far forward. You're going to feel like you're collapsing, right? Even worse if your elbows are back. You're going to feel like you can't even lift up. So you want that vertical line with your upper arms, and that bone stacking is what gives you the support to lift. All right, so let's refine the pose by pressing your belly and your lower ribs toward the floor, and that will flatten your lower back. Then press your forearms down to lift your chest, and that will deepen your mid-back bend. Two more breaths. All right, so to come out of the pose, you want to lift the elbows slightly and draw the elbows out so you can lower your chest. Walk your hands back, child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee outside of the left arm to touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist, touch your right arm. Kick back up. Stepping left foot forward, warrior one. Reach the arms forward, left hand to your right shoulder, right hand to your left elbow, and gently pulling back here, stretching the outer left shoulder. Then reach your left arm forward, up and back, and with your right hand, pull against your left elbow to lean it back into a back bend. Take it back up to vertical and side bending over to the right. Come back to vertical. Wrap the right arm back behind you. So this time, your right arm is to your mid-back. And then, if you can, reach for your upper left shoulder blade. Now, stay there if you cannot go any further. If you are able to take the bind and connect your fingers in your Gomukhasana arms, go ahead and take it and then lift up and back. So even if you have your forearm to your mid-back, you're still taking the back bend. Come back to vertical, reconstruction of your joints. If you have the bind, release your bind. Then everyone take your right hand to a fist. Extend the right arm out. De-rotate your fist so the fist facing up. Bend your right elbow. Release your right hand. Reach your right arm up. Reach your left arm up. Arms alongside. Inhale. Take the arms back up. Warrior one. Exhale. Open it up. Warrior two. Inhale. Reverse warrior. Exhale. Hands to the floor. Left foot. Stepping back plank. Inhale one breath. Exhale. Lower all the way down to the belly. Again. Forearms to the floor for your Sphinx Pose. Grab opposite elbows. Then take the forearms back to parallel. Check that your shoulders are roughly lined up over the elbows, 90 degrees with your arms. Then refining the pose by pressing your belly and your lower ribs down to flatten your lower back. Press your forearms down to lift your chest, and then deepening your back bend. Now the gaze is to the floor slightly ahead of you. So think about the back of the neck being neutral. All right, then this time we're going to take some circles with your neck, okay? You're going to draw the chin toward the chest. Roll the chin toward the left shoulder. Then roll the chin upwards toward the sky. Then to the right shoulder. Back down toward the chest. 3 times. To the left, to your left shoulder. Up toward the sky. To the right shoulder. Back to your chest. One more. Left shoulder. Up. Right shoulder, chest. Then we'll go the opposite direction 3 times. To the right shoulder, up. Left shoulder, chest. Right shoulder, up. Left shoulder, chest. Right shoulder, up, left shoulder, chest. Come back to a more neutral position with your spine. Lift the elbows slightly, move the elbows outwardly, and lower the chest. Walk your hands back, and then through your child's pose. Gently make your way into down dog. All right, when you're ready, step the left foot forward, low lunge. Right foot forward, standing forward bend. You're toward the front of the mat. Take the feet together and the knees together, and then bend the knees. Rise up the chair. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee. Tree pose. Open up the knee to the right, and take the sole of the right foot to inner left leg. So try to go above the knee joint if you can. If that is difficult for you and your hips are tight, you might want to go below the knee joint. That'll make it easier for you to balance. Hands together in prayer. Arms up and out. Now, if you're still finding it difficult to balance, even with your foot a little bit lower, you can take your toe mounds, right, and your toes to the floor, and then press your heel up against your inner left leg, right? And that way, you'll still have the support of the right foot to the floor to help you start to build that balance. Otherwise, you're just holding here in your tree for another 5 breaths. The gaze is to the floor, slightly ahead of you to help you to focus and balance. All right, when you're ready to break, arms up, step the right foot down, chair, wrap the hands back behind you, interlace, broaden your shoulders, gently look up, lengthen your legs, dive forward, knuckles up and overhead. Release your hands, bend the knees, rise up to chair again. Then stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee, tree pose, second side. Sole of the left foot, inner right leg, above the knee joint, below the knee joint, or your toe mounds to the floor to help you assist. Once you have your footing, arms up and out in a wide position, holding here. You have about 4 more breaths. Alrighty, when you're ready to break, arms up, stepping your left foot back down, chair. Wrap the hands back behind you. Take the opposite interlacing of your hands. Draw the shoulders to open, gently looking up for the back bend, and then lengthen legs to dive forward. Knuckles up and overhead. Release your hands. Bend the knees. Rise up chair. Crow pose or yogic squat if you're not taking the arm balance. If you're taking crow pose, hands come forward from your toes by about 1.5 feet. Hands are shoulders width, palms flat, middle fingers point forward. Bend the arms back, knees to back of the arms, gaze to the floor slightly ahead of you. Then lean the entire body forward. And when your elbows line up over your wrists, maybe your toes get light enough to come off the floor. So this is your arm balance of crow pose. If you're not taking crow pose and want to take a yogic squat instead, toes will turn out. Do the best you can to keep the heels down. Again, if you cannot draw the heels down and you're on your tiptoes, then keep your hands supporting so that you're nice and balanced and stable here. 3 more breaths. All righty. When you're ready, hands to the floor and start to step the feet back to your down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Step the right foot forward, crescent moon. Left knee comes down, untuck your toes. Now, if you have a towel or a blanket, and you want to you want to cushion the knee, you can. Now, if you don't have anything, but you have your mat, you can fold the left side towards center, and that will double up your mat, giving you more cushioning. But if you're directly on the floor and you're good with that, stay there. Hands to top of the thighs and lunge your hips forward. So you want to get into the stretch of the left quads, into your left hip, going into your psoas. Once you have that stretch to your left leg, press your hands into your thighs and think about your belly leaning away from your thighs, and that will start to give you the back bend, and you'll naturally start to look up at an angle. So check about 45 to 70 degrees and not directly up. You want the back of the neck to remain supported. Once you have your back bend, feeling pretty stable, then it's your arms up, Venus Mudra, index fingers pointing, interlacing the other fingers. And to the best of your abilities, arms go alongside the ears, or maybe even further back if you have that mobility in your shoulders. If not, anywhere alongside the head is fine. Now, if your shoulders are really tight and Venus Mudra is difficult, you can separate your hands to about shoulders width, or maybe even go wider if that feels really good to you. Now, for those of you with shoulder injuries, right, maybe even this is difficult with your arms really wide, right? So you can even bend your elbows. When you bend your elbows, that will release a lot of the tension to your shoulders, and that might be even more comfortable for you. 3 more breaths. All right, looking good, everyone. Then take the hands to the floor, to the inside of the right foot. Take the right foot and turn it out at an angle to the right side. Then the right thigh also turns out roughly the same angle. Then walk your left hand a little bit wider. Raise your right arm up for a twist. Right hand behind you. And let the front of the right shoulder draw up and back to deepen the twist. Yeah, come in and out as you need. If you're looking to bind, bend your left knee, grab the inside of the left foot with your right hand. Then start to release, lizard. Take the hands to the floor in front of you. Walk your hands forward about a foot and forearms coming down if you can manage. If your knee's bothering you, right? If you want to take the lizard with your toes tucked under, that way your knee's not touching down. That might be easier, but it is a little bit tougher in the sense that you're in a more active lizard. So if you want to stay there for a few more breaths, just stay as you are, yeah. Alrighty, let's break. Lift the elbows up, walk your hands back in. Turn the right toes back forward. Frame your right foot with your hands and lengthen over the right leg for your pyramid. All right, let's break. Bend your right knee, ground the back heel down. Circle it up into reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Step the right foot forward, low lunge. Left foot forward, standing forward bend. Feet together, knees together. Bend the knees and rise up chair. Stepping on the right foot first this time. Pick up the left knee. Left hand to left knee, right arm out, counterbalance. If you have better extension for yogic toe lock, take yogic toe lock, extend the left leg forward, and then gently open out to the side. Now, if you have the hand to the knee instead, working the same way, hand to knee to the side. Start to release, square back, step the left foot down, chair. Now, when you step the left foot down, let's separate your feet about 2 fists distance. Exhale, lengthen and dive forward. You're going to wrap your arms. So you're going to take the left hand to the outer left leg, through the legs, and grab the front of the right shin. Right hand to the outer right leg, through the middle, grab the front of the left shin. You might need to bend both knees to start. Inhale here. On the exhale, lengthen legs and fold forward. All right, so by grabbing the shins, you're creating resistance, and you might end up feeling like you're getting a much more active, a deeper forward fold. All right, bend both knees, release your hands, and then rise up to chair. Switching sides, stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee. Right hand to right knee, left arm out to side. Or yogic toe lock and extend. Once you have your balance and you're ready, open up the knee or the heel to the right side. All right, when you're ready, square back. When you step the right foot down, keep that slight distance again. All right, and then exhale, dive forward. This time, I'm going to take the right arm first. Right arm to outside the right leg, circle it behind you through the middle, grab the front of the left shin. Left hand to the outer left leg, through the middle, grab the front of the right shin. Then inhale, bend the knees, lengthen. Exhale, forward bend, forward folding. All right, start to release. Bend the knees. Inhale, rise up to chair. Exhale, dive forward. Crow pose again, second crow pose. If you're taking yogic squat, again, if you cannot keep the heels down, right, one option to do is to walk your feet wider. When you walk your feet wider and then turn your toes out, you might be better able to keep the heels down. Now, with your hands supporting, bend the knees and see how far you can come down to take your yogic squat. All right, Priyanka, have a good day. Have a good appointment. Two more breaths. All righty, when you're ready, taking your hands back down and then walking your feet back, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step the left foot forward, crescent moon. Right knee comes down. Hands to the top of the thighs. And then work on lunging the hips forward. Press your hands into your thighs. Lean the upper torso back, belly away from the thighs. Once you have your back bend and you're feeling steady, arms up, Venus Mudra. So again, any padding to your knee as you need. Alrighty, beginning to release, hands to the inside of the left foot. Turn your left toes out at an angle, 30 to 45 degrees. Left thigh also turns out. Right hand a little bit wider. Raise your left arm up and behind you. Half bind to twist. Then if you went further to bind, bend your right knee, reach back with the left hand, grabbing your foot. Alrighty, beginning to release. Hands to the inside of the left foot. Walk your hands forward about a foot and lower your forearms. Now, if you're not able to lower your forearms, you can just walk your hands forward, right, and keep your arms fully extended. Important point is with the hips moving forwards and downwards, right, getting into the hip opening and the stretch of the right quads. Alrighty, let's break. Lift the elbows back up. Walk your hands back in. Turning your left toes forward, framing your left foot for pyramid. Lengthening over your left leg. So you can always use your hands to block to either side to help you find the extension. Right? Or you can always bend your left knee slightly to accommodate for flexibility. All right, let's break. Bend the left knee, ground the back heel, circle it up into reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor. Chaturanga dog, down dog. Pigeon. Let's go with the right leg. Right leg up. Draw the right knee in. Land the shin to the floor. Angle out the right thigh 30 to 45 degrees. Inch your left knee further back to lower your hips. Untuck your toes. Walk your hands back. Elongate through the spine. And then make your way forward once you're set. Now notice how the hips should be relatively level to the floor. Oftentimes, right, we end up collapsing on one side because we are not set up properly. So make sure you're not collapsing and sitting on the side and then not getting the proper stretch. You need to have your hips level to the floor. And so by turning your right thigh out 30 to 45 degrees, often that helps us to readjust the body so that we don't rely on sitting off to one side. Now stay as you are if you like, or if you want to work on variations, feel free to take anything else you want. Simple one could be just lifting your torso, and by lifting your torso up to a vertical line, you're taking actually a back bend. All right, if you then prefer to bind hand to foot, grabbing the outside of the foot. Make sure you're kicking back and slightly outwardly because when you kick outwardly, it draws your weight from the right side back towards center. And then if you have the balance, you can reach your right arm up and back. So this is your Mermaid 1. If you prefer Mermaid 2, grab the inside of the foot. As you draw that foot in, slip that foot across your forearms, hooking your foot to your left elbow crease. Then reach your left hand toward the head. You want the hand as close to your head as possible because you're reaching your right arm up and back to bind. Alrighty, let's break. Begin to make your way back up. Walk your hands back in. Tuck the left toes under and gently step it back. And then take lots of movement, walking it outside to side, decompressing your Legs, your right leg, and then the joints as well. All right, once you're ready, second side, left leg up, draw the left knee in, land that shin to floor. So again, your left thigh angles off to side, 30 to 45 degrees. With your hands supporting, inch your right knee further back to lower your hips, untuck your toes, walk your hands back, elongate through the spine. All right, most of us should be level with the hips and the left feet doesn't actually touch the floor. Walk your hands forward, forearms down, or making pillows with the hands and resting your forehead. All right, so once you come into pose, always start to think about leveling out the hips, right? So sometimes we have a tendency of just collapsing to one side. Uh, so just make sure that you're centering back to the middle. And so again, most of us don't have the flexibility to be sitting down on the left seat right now, right? We're slightly hovered away from the floor, right? That's most of us. So that's where you start to measure out for levelness in your hips. Then those of you starting to work on variations, right? So again, you can walk your hands back in, lift it back up to a vertical line for that lower back bend. Of course, you can stay here or go further, binding of your mermaids, bending your right knee, grabbing the outside of the foot. So again, kicking back and slightly outwardly to the right, and that will help you avoid falling to your left. And then if you can free up your left hand to reach up, that is your back bend. This is your mermaid. Mermaid 2, grabbing the inside of the foot. As you draw that foot in, you're going to slip that foot across the forearm to your right elbow crease. Then reach your right hand toward your head. If you can free up your left hand to reach up and back to bind, that is your bind of your mermaid. Alrighty, let's start to make your way back up. Walk your hands back in. Tuck the right toes under. Down dog. Walk it out, side to side. All right, when you're ready, walk your feet forward toward your hands and taking your seat down. Seated spinal twist. If your hips are tight, keep the left leg extended. Step the right foot over. You want to ground both feet evenly to the floor. Now, if your hips are more open, you want to take the full pose. Left heel comes in first, right foot over. Ground both feet. Right hand is to the floor, left arm up. Inhale. Exhale. Twist to the right, pressing your left arm to outer right knee. Now, if this is difficult for you to reach, right, and you end up rounding the spine, then you might want to wrap the arm around the knee instead, or the hand around the knee. So if getting the elbow to the knee shortens your spine so much that you have to round, then better for you to grab the knee instead with your hand, keeping a lengthy spine and rotating from that angle. All right, begin to release. Inhale back to center. Exhale, counter twist to your left. Release, center. Extend the legs forward. And let's shake it out just a little bit. So again, if your hips are tight, And your seat comes off the floor on one side when you take your cross-legged. Then keep the right leg extended. Step the left foot over. Half variation might be more appropriate for you. If you're taking the full pose, right heel comes in, left leg over. Ground both seats. Left hand to the floor, right arm up. Inhale, exhale, twist your left. And so again, try to find a vertical lengthy spine, grounding both seats to the floor. Right? This is the full pose. Half pose will be right leg extended. Keep the legs. Inhale back to center. Exhale, counter twist to the right. Back to center again. Extend both legs forward and shake it out. All right, come back to stillness with the hands supporting, lower onto your back, bridge pose or wheel pose. So setting up for bridge, walking heels in, feet are separated by hips width with your fingertips. Feel for the back of the heels. Then arms alongside, press your heels down, lift your seat. You have the option of keeping your arms parallel alongside, or you can take a fist and then walk your shoulders in, standing on top of the shoulders, or on the upper back actually. If you're taking wheel, hands to your shoulders, elbows up, and then on the inhale, press your way up into the deeper back bend. Alrighty, when you're ready, releasing your hands, lower all the way down. Once you're all the way down, separate your feet about max width distance, and then windshield wiper your knees side to side. The next time you drop your knees over to the right side, stay there, and then taking your right ankle on top of the left knee, keeping your right foot flexed, press down along the outer left leg, and this is your option for a spinal twist. Begin to release your right foot back down, keeping your feet about mat width. Inhale, come back up, and then windshield wipe your knees side to side a few times once again. All right, the next time you drop your knees over to your left side, stay there. Then taking your left ankle to the outer right leg, make sure you flex your left foot. And then applying a little bit of weight to the outer left ankle to press to the outer right leg. So this is your recline twist variation. Then go ahead, release your left foot back down, keep your feet wide, and then windshield wiper again one last time. All right, then come back to center, slide the legs forward, keep your feet separated, toes turn out, arms alongside the body, palms face up, eyes are closed. Shavasana, final relaxation, and let it all go. Starting to draw your breath back in, moving your fingers and your toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions, and then rolling over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Let's take a non-domination on top, then reconnecting to an even seat, a lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing in the practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here this morning. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Chang, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. And you can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you again for joining me. See you next time.